Welcome back to Chrono Trigger. We're still here in 600 AD.
Now let's get Frog out of his little funk.
Yeah, we came here to tell Frog about the Masamune to have him, because we kind of need his help if we're going to stop Magus. Because even though Chrono uses a sword, he uses katanas, and the Masamune is a broadsword, so he can't really do much with it.
No, sire, it's the something or other Mune.
Something, yeah, whatever. Plus, it's kind of broken right now, so even if we wanted to use it, we can't. So, yeah, we gotta go through here. And, hey, we got those birds that you said I'd cut out that we didn't get a chance to see last time. I told you we'd run into them again. I don't know why that goblin is sleeping.
No, it's just he got shot and he's just like, oh man, why'd you have to go and do that?
Ow, stop it! Oh, wait, I'm dead. Also, I hope the aspect ratio doesn't look too bad. For those of you that don't remember, for those of you watching this that don't know, I recently got a new computer, which meant I had to re-download all my editing software. And the editing software that I used to have was kind of a not legal version of it, so I actually ended up buying a legit copy of it, and it's a little bit different, sort of, from the version I used to use. So, if the aspect ratio is a little bit awkward, sorry about that. It's probably just me not getting used to the new editing software.
Eh.
It looks pretty much the same as it always does to me, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't even notice anything at all.
I only noticed it when I was actually rendering this part for Dropbox. That's all. Anyway, at this point, you just have... We've been here before, kind of, haven't we? No, it just looks...
Actually, no, we haven't. We've been at the...
No, we haven't. It looks similar to a place we were at before.
What the hell?
We also got... Like, well, there's that kid, and also we've got Specchio music playing for some reason.
Damn it, Specchio, what the hell are you doing here? You're not Specchio, you died in one hit.
Yeah, it's just goblins. They're pretty easy. Why? We just killed these... Oh, great. Now we gotta fight another one.
No, this one has a hammer, though. It's completely different.
I know. Shit. If only we didn't have If only we had fire. Oh, wait.
I do like this little detail. I mean, it's not entirely obvious, but it is nice to see that whenever you set it to fire, it's like, oh, look at that. It's weapon. No longer useful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I would normally have cut that out since we've seen those guys, but it literally took like 5 seconds.
Nah, that counted. It was like 35.
Whatever. It doesn't take very long at all, so it's not a huge deal.
God, these loading times, man.
I know, I'm sorry.
I just thought for some reason you're going back into the menu, and it's like, oh wait, he's changing his party member. It's kind of hard to tell when the music doesn't fade out.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the load times. And this is something that I don't normally do, but usually what I'm doing with this playthrough is as soon as somebody learns a tech, I just swap them out for someone else. That way everyone stays consistent with their tech usage.
Yeah.
Because at this point, since we have pretty much... Like, there's only one more main character we're going to get, so if you want to keep everyone relatively consistent, you're going to have to switch out every time someone gains a new art, or tech, or whatever you want to call it.
Nice.
Because if you don't, then, like...
Oh, okay, so
like,
us nudging him isn't going to do it, but rock to the head.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, the unfortunate thing about Chrono Trigger is it has this... The only way you can learn skills is if the characters are actually in your active party, so...
I mean, I think they still get experience if they're not in the party, but they're not getting tech points.
Right, so if you don't use them, they're not learning skills, and you're gonna want, like, I guess when it gets to the time where you need, like,
Fire
hundreds
punch.
of tech points, there we go. That's another thing, too, for switching characters around. You learn double and triple techs depending on who's in your party, and depending on what techs they've learned. But when it gets to the point where techs start taking, like, hundreds of tech points to learn, then you can stick with a main party. But considering everyone learns a new tech after like 75 tech points or whatever, you're going to be learning moves a lot, so you may as well just swap people out.
Yeah. Especially when you get everyone else there, like second level magic attacks.
Oh yeah, once you get to Specchio in the end of time, then that's when you should start swapping people around. That's also the reason why I'm a little bit annoyed that you don't have Frog right now, because he's going to be really far behind once he finally comes back on our team.
Oh god, I'm on fire!
Fire Punch! Booyah!
Didn't even look like it did that much damage, though. It was weird.
It did less damage on the guy with the hammer. Also, I apologize for the color distortion here. What kind of happened was, I think my computer went, like, my screensaver showed up.
Yeah.
While I was recording, so it kind of messed with the it kind of messed with the recording. Yeah, it made me drop a couple of frames. I apologize for that. So I edited it as best as I could, because I was not gonna. Because I found out about that after I had already finished recording the entire part, or like when I was already halfway through recording. See, now it's back to normal.
And this
It's like right after this battle is when I found out there was something wrong with it. I'm just like, I'm already 7 minutes into the part. I'm not gonna start over.
And this is why I don't use screensavers at all.
It normally doesn't do that. I don't know what happened.
Like
maybe
I usually don't like to chance it, because I remember one time, like a long ass time ago, back when I used to have Dazzle, like whenever my computer would like shut off the screen after like no activity, then that would mess up my entire freaking recording. I'm like, nah, don't want to deal with that.
I was debating on it until I realized that it was like only 2.5 minutes that was actually messed up.
My God.
And this is where I fixed it entirely, because yeah, which is why like I'm sorry for the random cut in there, but that's where it was really fucking up, so I fixed it up to this point and now it's good. That's why I said I didn't really feel like redoing the whole part after because I had already recorded like the next 3 parts of this. And I think I saved because I had seen that it recorded just fine. But oh well.
So are you gonna show off that Max Cyclone?
I believe I am.
Do it. Do it.
Where is Max? Oh no, that's regular Cyclone me. I think I do use it eventually.
Yeah,
Also,
you didn't really need it there.
Yeah. Also, if you notice, there are certain chests that are already opened. That's because I came here a little bit earlier than I should have. I think I had it recorded before because I've opened that chest already. Or maybe that's something I had to cut because of the lag. But really, all you're getting is like you'll find some new weapons or like healing items, so you're not missing too much. You just keep fighting the same guys over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like you probably could have cut this one out.
I think I keep it in because I thought I kept it in because I was going to use my new double tech, but I guess I forgot. My bad. Or maybe I kept it in because maybe somebody learns something. I'm trying to remember now.
Nope.
No. Maybe this was the point where I realized that my recording was messing up, so that's why it was taking so long.
That was a complete waste of time. I don't know.
No. But that's because I was checking and then it's like, okay, it's working again, so I was like, I'll just keep going. I'm 9.5 minutes into the recording. That was before I found out how bad it was.
That guy really,
now I think I'm just
that enemy really likes to spin, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, this is when I think I found out about the audio stuff not being put in right away, so blah. But yeah, I think we've seen Weren't we at a similar place like this before? I can't remember though.
Well, we were in Mount that one magic, well, not Magic Mountain, but I think it was Mount something or other.
Oh yeah, it's the mountain that you show up in the first time you get to 680. It kind of looks like this one.
Yeah, I don't know. That mountain was more like of an inside thing. This one just like you're exploring the outside of it.
Yeah, and that's why I kept that one, because Robo got a critical and just one-shot that ogre, so screw it. No need to cut that. Like, I'll edit battles out if they don't... At this point, I'll edit battles out that we've already seen if it takes me more than one full turn to kill them. Because if it only takes one turn, it's like 15 seconds.
I don't know. I feel like with that sort of thing, it's exacerbated by the loading times.
It depends, because sometimes the loading times don't affect things, and other times the same kind, like you can get into that battle and it'll load in like 10 seconds, and then you'll get into another battle and it takes like 20. It's really inconsistent.
Why is he throwing fucking rocks at Robo?
That guy's gonna keep throwing rocks at you. You're not gonna be able to do anything about that guy until you get Frog back on your team. Just saying that right now.
Maybe he just hates robots.
Maybe. So every time you go through that part of the dungeon, that guy's gonna keep throwing rocks at you. And the rocks do damage you, unfortunately. So be careful about that. And this is exactly why I have Luca on my team, because you need fire to beat these Ogans faster. I mean, you can beat them without setting their hammer on fire, but it takes a lot longer.
Yeah, for some reason that hammer gives them a lot of freaking defense.
I'm not sure how it works. And it's with Robo hitting as hard as he does and having healing, I'm like, normally I don't have Robo. I'm usually using Marl, but I found out that Robo is actually a lot better than I gave him credit for. Who do you, like, I think I've asked this before, but, like, at this point, what team would you normally be using?
At this point in the story, or...
Yeah.
Probably the one you're using right now, honestly.
Okay, so, I mean, just out of curiosity, how often do you use Marl?
Not often at all.
Oh, so you're one of those people that use Robo for healing, like Robo or Frog for healing, and you don't use Marl?
Yeah, more Robo than anyone else.
I mean, to be fair, considering Marl is this game's main mage, not counting an optional character that you don't necessarily have to get, I will give her credit where her double and triple techs are probably the best ones in the game. And she does get a healing spell that's just as good, if not better, than Robo's healing aura. It's just, if for some reason Robo has a higher magic stat than anyone in the game.
Despite not using any magic.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is when I jump, like, yeah, I jump cut here because, again, a lot of little inconsistencies, but...
What? I think we already been through this part, though.
And, no, see, what happened was I had to stop the recording because it was freezing up too much, and then I started recording again after running, because I left the dungeon, came back, and then started recording again and forgot that monsters respawn after you leave the dungeon and come back.
Yeah, figure as much.
That's also why I'm randomly have Marl on my team now instead of Robo, because I just swapped him out.
Yeah, no, but I think we've already been through this part, unless it's like an entirely different section. It just probably looks the exact same as the last one, but I'm not sure.
I think I'm trying to remember too, but...
No, yeah, we've been here already.
Yeah, I think what happened was...
God damn. Okay, so not only is he racist against robots, he's also sexist.
Yeah, I know what happened. This is when I found out that it got... I remember, because when I originally recorded this got way, way, way out of sync. So I re-recorded that half of the dungeon again, because it was just way too out of sync. Thankfully, I hadn't saved yet. So I apologize if we're seeing the exact same thing a second time.
Oh, it's doing that thing again with the screen.
Yeah. I apologize for this. Normally this doesn't happen, and this is the only part where that did happen, so... Yeah, this is when I found out, because I was noticing on my computer that things were getting really dark. And at first I thought it was just because my screensaver was coming up, so then I thought it was... Because I was looking at my TV, and I'm like, maybe the TV's going out? And I was like, no, the TV's fine.
Yeah, I'm noticing, I think this is your first run-through of the dungeon, because... I mean, I noticed when you were doing, like, the one with Robo, like you mentioned, the chests were already open, but here, they're not opened.
Yeah, okay, that's probably what it was, and I meant to... I probably re-recorded that part with Robo to show this part off, and thinking that I had actually cut all this part out, and I apparently didn't, so I apologize for showing this a second time. Yeah, it started getting really, really dark. This is
Oh, sweet Jesus, really Mother of God, and what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is kind of worth it then. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know what happened here, but this is, like, I looked at my computer, I'm like, wait, that's not right.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know. There,
it's like, it's like a creepypasta.
I know, it's weird. I found out what the problem was, like the screensaver was on, and then I noticed, like...
Where did you buy this copy of Chrono Trigger from? You gotta...
It's not Chrono Trigger.
I know.
Dazzle fucked it up.
That's the joke.
I know. No, there. See, I was looking at my computer, like, the recording on Dazzle was, like, blinking on the computer monitor, too. I'm like, wait a second. So I pushed the...
Let's do it again.
I pushed the USB a little bit more into my computer, and then it was fine. So, like, apparently the USB was slightly unplugged. There we go. Now it's the new part of the dungeon. Sorry about that, people.
Do it again. Do it again.
No.
That was funny as hell.
I am really sorry about that, but hey, at least if Logic's having fun with it, I hope you guys are enjoying it too.
Oh man, that was totally worth the 5 minutes of doing the exact same thing again.
Sorry about that. I thought I edited this a little better. Sorry about that. Hey. That was great. But yeah, this part's kind of annoying, especially in the PS2 version, because like you get into a fight and now suddenly you get into another fight. Now, if the loading times in the PS2 version, if the loading times in the PlayStation version weren't here, this wouldn't be nearly as annoying.
Yeah.
But it's like I figured, like, should I cut it out? But like, since it transitions right into the next battle, it's like.
Yeah, it's not as bad as if, like, if it gave you control right after that first battle, you took 2 steps and then another battle.
Yeah, so it's like...
I feel like that's way more aggravating than what it's doing right now.
Yeah, and this happens a lot in Chrono Trigger, where, like, you'll get into a battle, and instead of just making you walk to the next area, the game will automatically move you to the next area of the map, and there'll be another battle that you can't avoid. So it really usually only happens when they they programmed like 3 or 4 battles in a row and they force you to do them all.
Well, holy shit.
What?
Well, I kind of spoiled Dragon Ball Super for me, but it's going to be an interesting episode.
Yeah, don't say it.
I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that, and after this, we're going to watch us some Dragon Ball Super. Hopefully the subtitled episodes are already up by the time we finish this. I mean, all I was doing right now was just checking Twitter, and then I see a picture of...
Well, that's the problem. Don't check Twitter.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, damn it, Miss DBZ, babe. She spoiled it for me. She's like, I screamed when I saw this. How about you? I'm like...
It's not really spoiling it if people have already seen it at this point.
Well, no, it's because she's watching, like, an episode, like, the episode as it's going up in Japan, so she's seeing it through a streaming website. So she is seeing it alongside anyone else that's watching it the very first time. So I'm like, ah, shit.
Oh, well.
I'm kind of This is gonna be a pretty interesting episode. Holy crap. I don't know if it's gonna happen in this episode or the next. I think it might be the previews for the next episode. But hey, that's gonna be fun as hell. Holy shit. By the way, we're talking about, I think it's episode 65 that's gonna be going up today, I think?
Probably. I mean, a lot of people already know, like, the big reveal of it, because even the preview last week kind of spoiled it.
A little bit.
So we all know what the big thing that's coming is for the actual episode itself.
It's gonna be pretty awesome, honestly. I'm kind of smiling right now. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, so, actually, here's how you can tell that you can actually start learning, like...
Oh yeah, because it shows you like what you're gonna learn next. It'll tell you, okay, need this much TP.
Yeah. Before you go to Specchio, it would show just the main 3, and even if you have a high enough level to get the next magic spell, it wouldn't be on the list. Now that we've been to Specchio, now it's grayed out on the list.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember, like, at this point, I'm like, how do I get, like, I keep forgetting how to get to these guys to fight me, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, they fight you after you already leave.
They're all just practicing. Oh man, when we see that guy, we're gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, like, and I kind of, like, I'm like, I kind of want to fight you, and then I remember, oh wait. So I think there's another trigger back by those other freelancers that I just ran, like, I ran past the activation trigger by mistake. Because normally they should attack you when you're over there.
Yeah.
But, oh well. Ow! You actually hurt me, you son of a bitch.
Can't be having that.
There, now you... Wow, Marl finished you off. You must have only had, like, 50 HP left or something. God damn it. Yeah, and now this... Yay! Hey, there's those birds I forgot to show off the last time. I told you we'd see them again. Freaking bellbirds.
Nah.
Of course, at this point, I'm so strong that I'm gonna one-shot them with anyone in my party, so... Damn it, Marl, you had to fuck it up.
My dingling! My
dingling. I knew you were gonna bring that up.
I can never see Dingling without ever thinking of that clip.
So basically what that move does is
it shakes his dingling.
Shut up. It confuses whoever it hits. God damn it.
He wants you to look at his dingling.
No.
Nah.
And the reason why I'm going back is because I thought I missed something. I'm like, ah, fuck it. And I didn't... And I forgot these guys respawn. So like, ah, shit. But I killed them in one hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ow. Usually, anyway. Luca, you... God, okay, you both fail me.
Alright, Chrono, show him how it's done.
I mean, see, that's the downside to having characters whose aim stat is required for how strong they're hitting.
Spin cut.
There you go, and Chrono learned spin cut.
Napalm, fire sword, ice sword, Jesus. All the swords.
Yeah, so there we go. Now we've got, like, all the best skills that we're going to need right now. And also, I honestly don't... I'm trying to remember why... Oh, I remember why I'm going back here. So if you go over this way and drop down here, there was a treasure chest I forgot. That's why I came back. And then I'm like, oh, shit, I missed it. It's like, whoops.
Oh, there's one right here, but I think you would have been able to get that one anyway.
Yeah. It's like, oh, crap. Now I got to go all the way back around.
Oh, crap. And we got to fight all those guys again, don't we?
Actually, no, and then I jump cut because, fuck it, we've already seen me do all this.
Oh, thank God. Wait, never mind. The enemies don't respawn.
No, that point right there, enemies do not respawn, thankfully.
Good.
Those freelancers respawn, though, for some fucking reason.
Oh, okay, so it's a bird that triggers them. I don't know how that works.
I guess. I don't know why they respawn, though. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't get how they did get triggered in the first place, though. I mean, it looked like you walked in a spot where it's impossible for them to not get triggered by the bird.
I don't know. It's weird. Also, I apologize for leaving this battle in, but because of the way the editing was going, I'm just like, I don't know how much of this I'm gonna miss if I keep cutting stuff out. So I tried to just keep it at 30 minutes like I normally do. So when I got to this point, I'm just like, I don't know. And there, you get to see what happens when Dingaling goes off. Shut up.
Also, I don't know, whenever Luca's all, like, confused, like, she has that freaking rich girl laugh and puts the hand right next to her mouth. It's like, ho, 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 ho.
I know. It's just like, God dang it, Luca.
It's like, you're not a rich girl. I mean, I know you're really smart and whatnot, and you have all this technology, but I don't think you're a rich girl.
Yeah. There we go. Now I got it. Don't fuck it up. There we go. And that's why you want to get that. You get the silver stud, which is actually extremely good. What it does is it cuts MP usage by a third, I think? Oh, no, we'll find out in a second when I use it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's definitely
useful.
useful.
By 50%. So, yeah, whoever's your main magic user, which should be Marl right now, give it to her because she's going to be the healer. I mean, since I gave it to Marl because she's my main healer right now. If you're using Robo for healing, then give him the silver stud. But basically, the way I use it is whenever it's if it's an accessory that cuts your magic usage by half, I usually give it to my healer because honestly, magic doesn't use that much MP anyway. So like, yeah, I'm gonna cut magic usage in half. So this spell that costs 5 MP is now gonna cost 3. Like, not worth it. I mean, Marl's healing spells already are pretty cheap to begin with. I think you can get to the point where you can get your healing spells to only cost 1 MP, which is kind of ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and her heal already costs like 1 MP, too, so it's just like...
Yeah, or you can be Frog and you can have a group heal for like 3 MP. It's just the way this game is designed. It's designed really well. It's like, if you run out of magic, it's your own fault.
And it seems Pro Jared put up a review of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Everyone's been doing reviews of that game. It's only been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but still. I think I remember he posted a tweet about it saying like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is not worth full $60. Which probably doesn't mean that it's bad, like, but he's probably just saying like it's
you're buying the same game for the same price, essentially.
It's like a slightly better game for the same price that you would have bought it the first game for new, so I don't know.
I'm okay with it because, you know, at this point, from what you and Luigi have been telling me, now that Xenoverse 2 is out, there's really no point in getting Xenoverse 1.
Yeah, unless you want an intentionally frustrating experience.
Like, I guess the only reason at this point you would want to buy Xenoverse 1 is to make a character just to transfer it over to Xenoverse 2.
Yeah.
So you don't have to waste time making a character when you start that game.
Well, you still have to create a character in Xenoverse 2, but you could just transfer over the first character so that way you could get certain skills a little earlier.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, there's really no reason to get Xenoverse 1 anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Xenoverse 1 definitely did have its, like, problems. It's still enjoyable, but it was it had more frustrating features than anything else.
Yeah. I mean, you and I did a co-commentary on that with Muigi01, so I know how that is, and it's a fun game.
Yeah, but you don't really know how it is until you've played it yourself. I mean, like, I did play all of Xenoverse 1 in, like, the week before Xenoverse 2 came out, and I got a bit more of the experience than I did with our co-commentary on it.
Well, I mean, it plays, like, if you played Budokai, like, aside from, like, the world map stuff, everything else plays pretty much the same as the fighters do, right?
Well, maybe. I mean, the only one I ever played was the very first Budokai. That's it.
True. Also, keep talking to this monster, because after you talk to him 4 times, he gets annoyed by you bothering him, and he gives you a magic tab. For a long time, I didn't even realize you could do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in this game where you're just like, why would you think to do this? I mean, not a lot, but still, there are those moments where you just think, really?
Yeah, like, that's why that's why I said I'm not gonna go for all the magic tabs and like for all the capsules or tabs, or depending on which version you're. Because in the DS version they're called capsules.
Yeah.
Capsules, tabs, whatever. But really, you don't need to go out of your way to find them.
Oh,
This game is really simple to the point where using the magic tabs is actually kind of broken.
I don't know why. I always imagined the tabs physically looking like medicine.
Yeah, like little medicine capsules. I know what you mean. Although now that I've seen like the more accurate translation for the DS, like now that I think of capsules, I think of them like capsules from Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
where like you just pick them out of a box and you press it and it's just like.
Oh, suddenly I'm
But you know,
stronger.
if it's like if it's power to like if it's strength like if it's strength capsules and magic capsules, like I don't know, are you eating them or are you just like injecting them into you or something? I don't know how that's supposed to work.
Dragon Ball never made sense.
True. Anyway, we're gonna finish up this mountain in the next video, and hopefully we'll be able to find the Masamune. Otherwise, it would be a really dick move to come all the way over here just to find out the Masamune's not here.
Shit. The only thing I'm curious, I want to see that new episode of Dragon Ball Super. Yep.
We all do. Alright, see you guys next time.